Israel was on high alert on Sunday after Iran's unprecedented missile and drone attack drew an international chorus of condemnation and sparked fears of a broader conflict. Iran launched its first-ever direct assault on Israeli territory late on Saturday in retaliation for a deadly Damascus strike, marking a major escalation of the long-running covert war between the regional foes. United States U.S. President Joe Biden promised ironclad support for Israel after holding an urgent meeting with top security officials. "I just met with my national security team for an update on Iran's attacks against Israel. Our commitment to Israel's security against threats from Iran and its proxies is ironclad," Biden said on X. UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak condemned the reckless strikes, which he said risk inflaming tensions and destabilising the region. "Iran has once again demonstrated that it is intent on sowing chaos in its own backyard," he said. The European Union's Foreign Affairs Chief Josep Borrell said the strikes were an unprecedented escalation and a grave threat to regional security in a message on X. UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres condemned the serious escalation represented by the large-scale attack launched on Israel by the Islamic Republic of Iran. "I am deeply alarmed about the very real danger of a devastating region-wide escalation," he added, calling on parties to avoid any action that could lead to major military confrontations on multiple fronts in the Middle East. Cairo's foreign ministry expressed its deep concern at the escalation of hostilities and called for maximum restraint. The ministry's statement also warned of the risk of the regional expansion of the conflict, and added that Egypt would be in direct contact with all parties to the conflict to try and contain the situation. The Saudi Foreign Ministry issued a statement voicing its concern at the military escalation and calling on all parties to exercise utmost restraint and spare the region and its peoples from the dangers of war. It went on to urge the UN Security Council to assume its responsibility towards maintaining international peace and security. China's foreign ministry also urged restraint, characterizing the attack as the latest spillover of the Gaza conflict and calling for the implementation of a recent UN Security Council resolution demanding a ceasefire there, saying the conflict must end now. China calls on the international community, especially countries with influence, to play a constructive role for the peace and stability of the region, it added. France's Foreign Minister Stéphane Séjourné on X said that in deciding to take this unprecedented action, Iran has reached a new level in its acts of destabilization and is risking a military escalation. Berlin's top diplomat also warned the attack would have a destabilizing effect, and urged Tehran to halt the strikes. "We condemn the ongoing attack, which could plunge an entire region into chaos, in the strongest possible terms," Foreign Minister Annalena Baerbock said on X. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau told reporters in Ottawa that his country unequivocally condemns Iran's airborne attacks, adding, "We stand with Israel." After supporting Hamas' brutal October 7 attack, the Iranian regime's latest actions will further destabilize the region and make lasting peace more difficult, he added. Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez called for restraint, saying on X, "We are following with the greatest concern the evolution of the situation in the Middle East. One must at all cost avoid a regional escalation." Ukraine's foreign ministry said Kyiv strongly condemns Iran's massive air attack, saying it could lead to further grave acceleration in the Middle East. The attack also demonstrates why it is critical that all of the free world's forces are consolidated to defend the global borders of democracy. Russia urged all sides to show restraint. "We are counting on the regional states to solve the existing problems with political and diplomatic means," the foreign ministry said in a statement. Moscow expressed extreme concern over the latest dangerous escalation in the region. It said it had warned numerous times that the lack of resolution to numerous crises in the Middle East, primarily in the zone of the Palestinian-Israeli conflict, would lead to growth and instability.